Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about muscle confusion, or the practice of switching workouts every 8 to 12 weeks. Before I get into that topic, guys, I encourage you to stick around to the end of this video, find out how you can reach me with your questions and or comments. Now, before I get into that topic, I want to give a shout out to Pierce Labs. They don't pay me to say this. I'm using Amino D and Condense. These two powders are some of the best tasting powders I've ever had. The drinks aren't chemically. They don't taste like all chemically. They don't taste all nasty. They're good flavors, and I just want to give a shout out because they make good products. Again, I don't get paid for that. Somebody asked me if I do. I don't get paid to say that. I like these guys. So let's talk about the practice of switching workouts every 8 to 12 weeks. A common question I get is, do you need to switch workouts every 8 to 12 weeks? How long should I run a workout? You run a workout as long as you want to run a workout. There is no urgent need to switch workouts. That concept is archaic. It's nonsense. You don't need to do that. Beginning to intermediate to late intermediate lifters need to focus on building a strength base and a muscle base from head to toe. That should be your focus, okay? You do so with progressive overload, or adding reps to sets and eventually adding weight to time to exercises. That's what you need to focus on. When you switch workouts from workout A to workout B, you might be switching squats from 8 to 12 rep sets to 5 rep sets. It's not that big of a difference. There's not that big of a muscle confusion factor. It's nothing dramatically different. You can certainly switch if you want, but it's not something that's magic. Once your body, if you switch programs, say you're switching squats from 8 to 12 reps to 5 rep sets, you're going to have a period of time where there's going to be some adjustment. The body's probably going to be more sore. And then after that couple-week period of adjustment, you still have to get back to progressive overload. So basically, in my opinion, every time you reset different programs, you have to deal with a break-in period. And the break-in periods where where you're trying to figure out how much weight to use on the new scheme and you're dealing with soreness, in my opinion, that's more counterproductive than productive, because you're not able to maximize performance during those break-in periods. Let me give you an example. In 2008, I made the switch to rest-pause training from conventional bodybuilding or muscle building training. And rest pause is basically 5 to 7 sets with very limited rest between each set. The first 3-4 weeks of this program, I was extremely sore, but I wasn't able to really push. There wasn't a lot of performance. I wasn't able to progress. I was really weak. I was still adapting to the specific demands of the program. After that break-in period, that's when I started to really perform. And I stuck on this program for a year, and I progressed and I progressed and I progressed, and I built more muscle, and I made some incredible strength gains. So these reset periods between workouts are not optimal as far as performance increases. Your body is adapting to the specific or the new demands of the workout, and while that might make you sore, that's not an indication that this soreness, even if it is muscle growth inducing, is not the best way to induce muscle growth over the long run, because that's temporary. These adjustments are temporary. And when you adjust to this new program, you still have to get on to the business of progressive overload to build muscle. That's the prime mover. That's the prime muscle confuser. Adding more reps to sets, adding more weight to exercises over time. That's the muscle confuser, the real muscle confuser. So every time you switch workouts, yes, you're going to have a couple weeks where things are different. You're going to be more sore, but during these periods, you're not performing optimally because you're trying to learn the demands of these specific workout routines. And even though the soreness might be heightened, you still have to get on with the business of progressive overload once the body has adapted. So the more often you switch workouts, the more these adaptation periods you're going to have where your body's just trying to figure out what the heck you're doing differently. And it'll adapt, so therefore you can get on and perform more optimally. Like if you go out and walk up a hill today, a very steep hill, you're going to be sore tomorrow, okay? The body is trying to adapt to these specific demands. Only once it has adapted to these unique demands can you get on to the business of really improving your performance in that activity or that exercise. So I believe that you should only change workouts when you're really bored and need a mental change, I'd rather see you tweak your workouts, guys. I'd rather see you tweak your workouts based on needs. Like something's not working, dumbbell rows don't feel good in the 6 to 8 rep range, I'm going to bump them to 8 to 10. I'd rather see you evolve your training rather than switch your training. Over the long run, progressive overload is king. That's what you need to do. So instead of jumping from program to program, which is okay if you're bored or you need a change, think about evolving your program, based on needs or body feedback or so on and so forth. Don't be obsessed with muscle confusion, guys. There's no need to change your workouts 8 to 12 years. My first 2 years in the gym, I used the same program. 2-3 years in the gym, I used the same program. I evolved my training a little bit, made a little change here, a little change there. And guys, I get all kinds of strength and muscle gains. As naturals, you don't need to worry about that nonsense. So drop the confusion about muscle confusion. Focus on progressive overload and evolve your training. So guys, I hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, there is a link below to a Q&A. Come on over, ask me any questions you want on strength training, muscle building, diet, nutrition, supplementation, or motivation. And if you're in need of a custom workout, there's a link below to my training services. I'll send you a Word document, a PDF form. You can tell me what equipment you have access to, all that kind of good stuff, and I'll put together a workout to help you reach your goals. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.